what happened last Tuesday is, I think, a very big wake-up call that effectively, if we want to change anything in regards to environment, in regards to species or habitat conservation, we now more than ever have to find the sound economics of conservation regarding environment and species. As a populace, we're never going to change anything without each other. And now, I want everyone to realize that when you leave your house, you have the ability to vote. You have the ability to vote with your dollar. Who are you going to buy from? Are you going to buy from companies that are good stewards of the environment in their entire supply chain, from R&D to manufacturing to packaging, distribution, what have you? Or are you going to buy from companies who rape and pillage the environment? Once we start collectively becoming conscious consumers, which is an amazing phrase I actually learned from my wife, Nikki Reed, who's building an incredible, sustainable fashion line, lifestyle company, then we can win. But the one thing I do know that we now no longer have, and this is coming from someone who's testified in Congress a number of times, the government is no longer looking out for us, not in regards to environment. It's just not going to happen. So we have to come together now as a populace, teaching our youth. Our youth is the greatest untapped natural resource we have, young people. We have to become conscious consumers now. And it's going to become, that's going to become, it puts us back in control. There's nothing that the House of Representatives or the Senate can do to change our purchasing and buying habits. And that's going to become up to us to put down the Twitter and the Instagram and the Snapchat and the Facebook and actually start becoming human beings again and researching who and what we're buying. It's a lifestyle change. And it may sound boring and it may sound elitist. It's not. It's a simple fact of what we have to do now. I'm excited. I know that we can do this.
You know, Damon's been forced to sort of feel and sort of understand what it's like in this sort of human form to actually feel and care about things, which is sort of throwing him. And Stefan and Elena, you know, I think Stefan and Damon have had to sort of bind together to protect what they love. I think at the end of the day, he loves his brother, but there's this very strange wrench in between them, which is these two women, Catherine and Elena, whom they both love, hands down. I mean, it's a very odd situation, and I think they're sort of forced to set their differences aside and figure out that they have to bind together to protect what they love. And that adds a very interesting dynamic. And I think that Damon is sort of going through the human emotion of feeling and what it's like to forge relationships and raise the stakes in your life and actually care about something. And it's throwing him and it's pissing him off in many ways. A great part. I mean, honestly. I mean, I say this, I honestly know I have the best, most loyal fans on the planet. They mobilize, and especially in the sort of the realm of the Twitterverse, they mobilize in such a way. They are so powerful, and they are so vocal, and they are so passionate about things. Whether it's not just, maybe it's not just about the art of making television or film. Environmental aspects, humanitarian aspects, animal rights aspects. I mean, they are so on it that it is phenomenal. It's humbling to me. It's humbling. There is a force field of 500,000 people that are on this Twitter thing, and it grows exponentially every hour. And it blows my mind.
Well, yeah, I mean, it depends on obviously the price point. Truly one of my favorite wines, which I sort of was exposed to when I was younger, when I was sort of traveling around as a model and stuff when I was younger, was in '86 Chateau Haut-Briand. It's one of my favorites. Fans, most of them hopefully will grow up to be opera singers. They are awesome. It's so funny because you get to experience that enthusiasm at a decibel level that is just second to none, man. I mean, like the old world, like the Greek amphitheater, the old theaters where you think about that, how much those actors would have had to project unless they were just doing sort of like interpretive dance or something. But they are so loud and amazing, and when there's a big group of them, we did these Hot Topic tours, and there was, I think, at one point like 4,500 or 5,000 people. I don't think anyone was over 14, and it was amazing, man. I swear to you, it was the closest to being a Beatle. Because the sound, what happens with the sound, I'd never experienced that. I've been at shows, with friends of mine who are musicians or something, where, they're playing a 25, 50,000 seat theater, and when they go on stage, everyone just goes crazy. For some reason, I guess because it's a bigger environment, you don't get this. What happens, there's more bass to it. When you're in an enclosed environment with 5,000 screaming 13-year-olds, it's so cool. But there's a thing that happens in your eardrum where it vibrates at such a speed that everything becomes, it's like white noise. But it's like a whistle in your ear. And I remember Paul and Nina and myself looking at each other going, whoa! And you can scream yourself, hi, or wow, this is crazy, and you actually can't hear yourself. You can feel the vibration coming out of your throat and out of your mouth. You can feel the air, but you actually can't hear yourself. What a cool... most people don't go to work and that happens. It's and I say that in all humility, honestly. Please don't take that out of context. But I'm the luckiest dude I know. So.